Hello and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic and our Echoes of Oblivion, venturing into Valkorion's, well, I don't even know, subconscious, I guess, or something like that. Anyway, we're going to have to deal with these void entities for the moment. This is going to be pretty easy for us, at least I hope so, in comparison to the enemy that we had to fight in the previous episode. It was pretty harsh. Kind of an elite experience, and as I say, my gear is not that good. So yeah, I'm actually not entirely sure if I'm even. I don't know. I am supposed to obviously be able to do this. I don't think they're going to make story missions that difficult overall, but I'm still not sure whether I'm supposed to have more. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm supposed to have better stats or something like that. I have no idea. I did just pick up a lightsaber that is apparently much better than what I'm using, but it is a main hand only one, and it is most likely for my Marauder spec, because obviously I took a Marauder as a secondary spec, and I was actually contemplating switching to that just now, but I didn't want to do it because of, well, a variety of reasons. I wanted to make sure that we had I didn't have to redo my bar, because let's face it, it's going to take a long time for me to go through all of the abilities, even though I do know how to play the Marauder, kind of. Maybe not at this higher level, though, to be honest. Anyway, let's speak to Valkorion.
Impressive. Most impressive.
What the?
My wayward child, you of all people should know better than to challenge my strength.
Or so I've gathered from this Jedi's memories. Your minds are resilient, to say the least, adapting so quickly, resisting so ably.
This isn't the first time we've faced each other. You don't remember?
This Jedi remembers, though she clearly lacks details.
You aren't who you pretend to be.
I am, and I am not.
That's your original body, isn't it? You're not Valkorion or Vitiate. You're Tenebrae.
As shrewd as I've been led to believe.
The ritual carved into him isn't a plague. It's an imprint. An echo of who he was back then.
It has taken longer than I'd hoped to recompose myself.
But time has never been in short supply. Not for me.
To be honest, I've quite enjoyed the process. The memories this Jedi and her followers have of me, of us. Quite amusing.
Let me know when you get to the part where I destroyed you. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
But I have. And yet, here we are. Even your greatest victory failed to overcome the power, the vision that I possess. The version of me that you knew became too complacent, too distracted by mortal concerns, empires, wars, even a family. I have seen where that path led. I'm not so easily distracted now. I will succeed where he failed. And thanks to you, I have a choice of interesting bodies to carry me to victory.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's actually a very cool concept, in my opinion. I think that would be... that is a very cool concept indeed. I wonder how they come up with this stuff, really. I mean, come on now. Anyway, let's see what we can do. I don't even... You know what? I gotta admit something. I don't even remember fighting Vitiate. Do we fight him in one of these class stories? Because obviously it's been a while, It's been a good minute or two since we've, played through all of the class stories and everything. And I'm going to assume that I do face him with something. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know which class actually, you know, faces him in combat and eliminates him. If any, maybe, you know, maybe he's just popping up randomly here. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure we would be facing him sometime. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, this is cool. This is very cool. All right, so we were obviously in some kind of void zone, and now we are in, well, a memory of Tython. I remember this place. This is the starting area where the Jedi begin, where the Jedi classes begin, in actual fact. There's a young Padawan running. I wonder whether we're going to see Kira here. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, this is where the Jedi begin, and you actually go down there and you speak to a guy, and then he takes you with a speeder all the way over to the encampment where they're fighting a bunch of people. Yeah, it's all great. It's all coming back to me now. Okay, here we go. We get to the center of the mindscape. Really? That's it? Okay, I was actually kind of thinking to myself, there's going to be some kind of weird, you know, projection of memory or something like that here, but no, they just basically told me to go in there and then come back out, and it's actually quite funny because I'm obviously a stealth character, so I can literally just walk on by. That's not too bad. Then we can access this memory as well. There we have it. And we can just get to the... no, wait a minute. Okay, we're going to have to go into another one. Okay, no, this is just a little teleport. Okay, I was thinking we'd go to another memory of the past or something like that. I thought that would be pretty fun. Maybe we're going... no, it's another memory of Tython. Okay, weird. I guess this is probably Kira's memory, right? I'm going to assume it's Kira's memory. Because obviously, as a Sith Inquisitor, we started on Korriban. So, you know, there's no way that we're going to be, you know, having memories of Tython or anything like that.
You lash out with such conviction. Don't you see how pointless it all is?
I control this place. All that happens, every motion occurs by my design.
And you are no different.
You cannot succeed, only die alone.
In the fight against you, no one is alone. He divided us. He knows that together, we are stronger than he can ever hope to be.
I'd be honored to fight by your side.
Together, we will end him. We'll find Sutil and the others at the center of all this. Come on!
Well, now I need to apologize. Yes, now I need to apologize to him because I was a little bit suspicious of him in the previous episode. Yes. Alright, well, whatever the case, thankfully we, again, do have stealth and we can just avoid this stuff. It's actually kind of weird that we're going through to Tython every single time. I actually wonder... I can't mount up. Wait, can I? No, can't mount here. Alright, to be expected, of course. Let's just use my force speed. I actually feel like force speed is so... I don't know, it feels very limited. It feels like it doesn't give you enough of a speed boost.
One, that your achievements outweighed your losses, that your sacrifices meant something. Anything.
After all that I have done, all that I have enslaved, all that I have destroyed, you should have known.
You do not know the true face of power, but you will. Very soon, you will.
You know what? I don't even understand why these guys don't just come out and attack us. That's exactly what they should be doing right now. I mean, obviously we do have Revan with us right now, and obviously he's very powerful, or should be quite powerful at least. And yeah, I'm actually kind of wondering why they're not just, you know, snapping their fingers and we're dead, you know? Oh, okay, there we go. We just have to go to the center of the mindscape once again, and I'm going to assume we have to go across the bridge. Okay, we are actually in the next section here, and we have an elite enemy called Loathing there. Okay, I'm probably not gonna fight it. I mean, I could fight it pretty easily because it only has 250,000 HP, which I said before was actually quite a lot, but I was able to deal with an opponent that actually had that amount. And I'm just gonna spread my dots to all these people. Pretty easy, yeah. Pretty easy for us to be able to do that. As, you know, I've now learned a little bit more how to play my character, which is actually quite funny considering how long I have actually played Zaynash for. I mean, let's face it, you know, I've played this guy for I don't even know how long. Does it even have a played thing? Can I do /played and actually see how much I have played him? Because while I haven't stayed online a huge amount of time, AFK or whatever, I would assume it's quite significant, but obviously maybe not. You know, maybe it's one of those times where you think that you've played something for so much longer than you actually have, and then you look at Steam or you look at, you know, /played or whatever, and then you find out, oh, I only played it for a day, you know, that kind of thing. Let me actually just see. Played. There you go. 4 days, 50. 4 days? Really? Just 4 days? Okay, that's a little bit, but I don't know. Is it pitiful? Pathetic? I don't know. Anyway, let's access this memory as well.
I told you.
I control all that happens here.
I am immortal, infinite, endless.
Everything ends. Even you.
I believe you tried to destroy me once before. You failed.
I saved you then. I will not save you now.
Fools!
He thinks you will be lost here forever, but you have always known the way to destroy him. Together, we will find his doom. Satil is stronger than this. Duplicate believes. She is not the easy prey he assumes. He gleans the facts of his other lives from the memories and impressions of Satil and her students. But he has only the knowledge of those events. This Tenebrae possesses none of the wisdom earned by experiencing them.
You seem to know a lot about what's going on.
I know only what you know. Do not share in his arrogance. He is more vulnerable than he would have us believe. But he is still the most dangerous being in the galaxy. If we fail to destroy him here and now, there may never be another opportunity. He is a relic of an era long past. Destroy him. Break the chains he uses to ensnare us all. Free the galaxy from his manipulations. Avenge me. Avenge us all.
Oh, okay. So Darth Mars coming back. Oh, I like that. I actually really like how they tend to draw on older characters in these kinds of moments. I don't know. Maybe that's a bit of a mixed opinion because sometimes people are not really gonna appreciate that because it might just be a cop-out or something along those lines. But I personally like that because it kind of gets you thinking, oh yeah, I remember this guy, you know, he was an honorable fellow, or oh, I remember that person, they were annoying, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, we'll just loot this and then move on. I don't have anyone with me right now, so I'm a little bit worried, but gonna assume they're not gonna throw anything at me that is gonna be too difficult for me to deal with. Highly unlikely they're going to do that. Going to use force speed here, but as I said before, it feels like I don't really get that much of a speed boost from it, and it does have a pretty lengthy cooldown. I mean, there are other games out there, other MMORPGs where you can actually play classes that have 6-second cooldown dashes and they have 2 charges of the thing, and it just makes them very mobile indeed. And here's Valen. Oh!
I was sure the Jedi exaggerated. I'm glad, actually. I'd hoped to ask you something, just between us. Something no one else seems sure of.
When I occupied your mind, did I control you? Or was it you who chose to murder my entire family?
You never controlled me. I chose to kill them.
Truly, you must have enjoyed it, to be so certain. How unfortunate they're not here to help you now. If only you... Fascinating.
Today, we will have our justice.
Of course you will. Your murderer stands before you.
The Outlander will suffer in time. But he is not backed into a corner scrambling to survive. You may not have killed any of us yourself, but you're responsible for all of it.
I like your mockings. Do you like mine?
Keep moving. Today isn't your day. It's his.
How are you here? You're dead.
You should ask yourself that question, not me.
I'm sorry for what I did. I regret it all.
It's too late for that now. Go.
You know, from my perspective, I just think to myself, should I actually be mean to these people? Because I recall, or at least I remember from very long ago, that Senya wasn't actually a bad character, or at least she was obviously trying her best to right wrongs and to fight on the side of justice and to eliminate who needed to be eliminated at the time to save the galaxy or to save as many lives as possible. And so when I interact inevitably with these kinds of characters, I think to myself, I should probably be, well, kind. I should probably be kind to them, or I should probably be understanding or patient or whatever you need to be. But then that kind of, I don't know, it kind of plays against what Zainash has always been, which is a dark side character, of course. So I'm not sure. It's kind of a bit weird for me, personally, because I, of course, am wanting to be, you know, nice to them, because I remember Senya quite fondly, but maybe, I don't know, I don't remember the specifics of the story, which is actually kind of sad at this point, to be fair, because, you know, it would be good if I actually remembered what happened to her, but we know that she's dead, of course. We know that she's dead, and I'm not entirely sure what happened to her. I assume we killed her because she was trying to do something to stop us from interfering, or something along those lines. They usually like to throw those kinds of situations at you. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that, but yeah, that's the kind of thing that I mean, though. It's really very much a case of you should really just play it how you want, I guess, and I should play it how I want. And we're now in the Jedi Temple. Now, this is actually really funny for a Sith Inquisitor to be here, because obviously if you haven't played the other class stories, you're not going to know how the Jedi Temple looks or anything like that, but I obviously do, because I've played a whole bunch of those. You know, I have a Jedi Knight, I have a Jedi Sage? Do I have... Yeah, I think I have a Sage, yeah. I remember throwing around rocks and stuff like that, so yeah. That's usually what they're all about. But yeah, as I say, I feel like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just stick to the mean options for now, because obviously we do have a light side character. I actually have Zaylan, who has gone through the other expansions, and he is a light side Jedi Knight. The unfortunate thing about him, however, is that he is a tank. He's spec'd as a tank at the moment, and he's very difficult to play against higher level enemies because he just doesn't have enough damage to get through the encounter. And, well, I could be playing him wrong, of course, which is very much a possibility, but apart from that, we now have dual specs, so I should be able to spec him as, you know, anything we want, and we can have some fun with him then.
What could you possibly be thinking?
You must realize by now that everything you do here is meaningless. The Jedi's mind can no longer resist me. It crumbles by the second.
When she is obliterated, only I will remain.
Watch, fight, flee, bring as many friends as you like. Nothing can stop me now.
You're starting to sound a bit desperate. Who are you trying to convince?
Mindless child!
Look at them. Your Jedi and her weak-minded students. Barely clinging to life, to sanity.
They will fall. And once again, I will rise.
No. Your power is your weakness. It blinds you.
Jedi nonsense.
Precisely. My students and I, who are we to resist your power? You knew you could dominate us all. That you could tear a path through our minds, absorbing our essence, strengthening yourself, crashing through all our defenses one by one. In time, your victory was inevitable. In time, you would claw your way here, into the very core of my being. Into the heart of my trap.
Trap. Look around you.
Yes, look around me. Look at my students, each of them shaken to their core by the death and chaos that you helped create. Eager for help, guidance, strength. Had you focused on any one of them, you might have succeeded. But your ego wouldn't allow it. Why settle for one student when you could assault them all? And why limit yourself to the students when their master was close at hand? I never needed to beat you. I only had to let you think you were invincible. Until now. Until every person who knows your weakness firsthand could come to face you. Until the one person who proved you could be defeated came here to destroy you, once and for all.
I am master to all Sith. Not one can challenge my power.
Don't worry. I'm not going to kill you. We're all going to kill you.
Enough! You will all learn the true depths of my power.
Okay, wait a minute. So I actually now just understood where we are. We're actually in the memories of SWTOR Shan. That is the reason. We're in her mind right now, and I actually didn't realize that. I am such an... Oh, I don't even know. Anyway, we have SWTOR as our companion here. I actually hope that she's going to heal me. Yeah, so she has unique abilities from what I can tell, which is actually very cool. And we are going to be fighting Valkorion, who has... oh dear. He has 2.8 million HP. I actually wonder whether we're even going to be able to succeed in this endeavor. Well, wish me luck. Let's do this.
We face their full might.
You won't hurt anyone ever again.
Okay, well, we can do coordinated strike, as you can see right there. I'm not entirely sure what that actually does, and I'm not sure whether this shield is something that I should be standing in. Probably not, right? We should probably murder this thing. Oh, we can't do that. Okay, we can murder the Phantoms of Valkorion, which I probably should do, shouldn't I? Oh, no, I can't even select these. Oh, okay, I can't even select these. Okay. I was just thinking to myself, okay, how do I actually make this work? Because I'm obviously used to other games where... Can you please heal me, Satil? Oh, no. Okay, I'm kind of worried about standing in the shields here, but maybe I need to stand in the shield? I have no idea. I'm just going to stand here and hope that it's okay. I'm probably going to die if she doesn't heal me soon. Which is bad. I can just continue to use my coordinated strike with Archon and Thexan, and hopefully, okay. Apparently, I'm not. Maybe I'm not able to die yet. I don't know. I just have to avoid things. I am actually dying by standing in this thing. I think. I can't actually kill this though. As you can see, I can kill them with AOE, but it seems very unlikely right now. I mean, you can see here I literally have to run away, go back in, run away, go back in. It seems a bit difficult. Anyway, just gonna cast this. I can't actually select the other things. I can't select these other enemies right here. As you can see, I can't select them. I can kill them with abilities and stuff, you know, with AoE, like my lacerate ability, but that's it. That's all I can actually do. So I'm not entirely sure what I am required to accomplish here. This is kind of confusing, to be honest. But it seems like we're actually doing okay. We seem to be winning this, just about, surprisingly enough. And he wants us to witness true power, which I am attempting to do so, sir. I am very much attempting to do that. Let's just use this once again. What is it? This attack is capable of interrupting channeled abilities. Oh, in other words, oh, okay, I see. I should have used their abilities to interrupt those ads.
You will suffer.
Yeah, I should have used their ability to interrupt his abilities on the ads. That would have made the most sense, but I am obviously... I just don't know. I just don't know the game mechanics surrounding, you know, Star Wars: The Old Republic and stuff, because obviously there's all kinds of different mechanics associated with the game in comparison to other games. And yeah, I'm just going to try and eliminate these guys if we can. Hopefully I'm not going to die. It seems like we are kind of immune to damage here, because we're still taking damage, but let's have a look here. Kira now causes Kira to attack you. Rate, okay, standard. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Coordinated strike, it interrupts channeled abilities, so I should probably use that against this guy. If they're actually going to do that. Okay, that apparently didn't work. Oh, that's a bit problematic, isn't it? Yeah, that is a little bit problematic. Let's just spread all my dots around as much as I can. Don't have damage meters in this game, so I can't actually see how much I'm even doing, but I wouldn't even know, really, because it's not... I don't have anything to compare it to, do I? No, I have nothing to compare it to whatsoever. Okay, so let me just try and apply some dots to him. Let's do some damage. That's not going to do anything, as you can see. The Will of Vitiate should get killed. There we go. And now he took a massive amount of damage. So that's all we basically needed to do. We didn't need to actually break his channel or anything like that. So pretty happy about this. And hopefully Kira is going to then be able to do something. Scourge issues a challenge to those who would defy you. He's obviously going to taunt. That's basically a big taunt, I assume. And is this guy... There we go. Okay, we can actually start killing him again. And wow, he's really doing not much damage at all, is he?
I cannot be denied.
I am immortal.
Alright, so we're going through every single phase of the fight against Tenebrae here. And, well, there's a lot of different abilities here. I have no idea what to go for. You know what? I'm just going to use everything. Just use everything that I can. And just hope that that actually does something. I'm taking massive damage right here, but I think that is... Is that scripted? I think that's scripted, right? That seems scripted to me, at least, because I can't get up right now. Maybe if I die instantly, then I've done something wrong, of course. Okay, what's this do? Create a bulwark that will obstruct projectile attacks, like Hateful Surge, immunity to stuns and physics. In other words, getting pushed back. Okay, so in other words, let me use it right now. Is that actually going to help me? Should I just run away? You know, it's one of those things where I just think to myself, I just don't understand what's going on. There's just so much stuff for me to think about here. And it's just too difficult for me to think, oh yeah, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this and that. So I'm literally just going to run around, do what I need to do to eliminate the ads, because I think that's basically all I can do at this point. And yeah, we should be fine. Just going to use Darth Maul's Unity here, restore an extraordinary amount of health over time. I think that seems like a decent idea. And we're just going to continue dotting these guys up and spreading the dots to who we need to. And then we should be fine. Let's just kill this spite here. There we go. That's hopefully going to get him out of his channel. Yep, seems like it has. And now we can actually start dealing damage to him once again. This is a really epic fight, but I gotta say, as I said before, I feel like the addition of all of these abilities that you have no idea what they do, I feel like that is a little bit confusing, especially for someone like me who's literally just come back to the game and I have no idea. But of course, that's not that big a deal, I suppose. You know, generally you can learn during the fight. The fight is not that difficult, I would assume. I mean, obviously, as you can tell right now, we're not really having too many issues with it. And I'm just going to continue using my dots, continue reapplying them, make sure I don't overlap the cooldowns and everything, and then we're absolutely fine. We should be absolutely fine at least. I'm going to actually use Recklessness right now. That's going to increase my critical chance, as far as I'm aware, for the next couple of attacks. Don't think it really does a huge amount, but hopefully it's going to deal decent-ish. And we just need to do one more thing. If he does another big channel thing, then I'm going to try, if I can, to use Senya's ward. But I don't think he's actually doing that right now. He's just doing this, which I can just avoid very easily because it's very much telegraphed, of course, on the floor, which is always nice. Ah, he's doing this now. Okay, so now I should use Senya's ward. There's her ward right there. If we stand in it, it should be fine, right? Or? Because that's the thing I'm wondering now. Do I have to stand in it? Do I have to move? What do I actually do to take advantage of it? Because it's on cooldown now, and it makes me think that I'm doing it wrong every time. So I am obviously doing it wrong, but oh well. Never mind. Let's get the Will of the Emperor killed, please. That's what we need to do. We need to kill this guy. Oh yeah, they're all killing the other ones. That's perfectly fine, at least. There we go. Just spread around the dots a little bit more. I should probably do some damage over here. Spread around the dots. There we go. It's actually kind of interesting to play a class that is actually in melee and is a dot-based character, because usually if you're playing a dot-based character in something like World of Warcraft, for example, unless you're playing an Assassination Rogue, you're most likely going to be playing something like Shadow Priest or Affliction Warlock. Even though, to be fair, Affliction Warlock has seen a lot of very, very difficult times recently, and, well, always, because it's always not doing so well most of the time. But yeah, well, whatever the case, it's always kind of interesting to play as a class that is completely different from anything else that you've experienced in the past in other games as well. Because as I say, this is very much melee and damage over time combined, which is very cool, I gotta say. I like that.
Everything you've done.
Everyone you've betrayed.
Everyone you've manipulated.
everyone you've murdered.
The Force seeks balance. Always.
No. No!
The Force is mine! I command it!
I am endless!
No. In the end, you are nothing.
Welcome back.
What is this?
A victory party. The best I could do on short notice. We destroyed him. Utterly and forever. The Sith Emperor will never rise again.
I'm sure I've heard that before.
Perhaps. But I think you know truth when you hear it.
Where is everyone else?
My son is helping Kira and Scourge. They're taking my surviving students to our old training grounds on Coruscant. The rest, Darth Mar, Valkorion's family, Mitra Surik, Revan. I believe they are one with the Force at last.
Wait. How much time has passed?
That's not important. You have given my son the home he always needed. I never expected a Sith to be the one to help him where I could not, but he is content at last. Thank you.
You should spend more time with Theron. He needs you in his life.
I would like that more than anything. Today, we defeated the most evil and destructive being in history. It has been centuries since the galaxy knew a day without Tenebrae's dark influence. Today is the first step toward a new future. Let's make that future a better one.
Ah, you're awake. Shouldn't need this then. Had an eventful day, have we?
How did I get here?
Kira and Scourge had me pick you up from the hangar. Apparently they were the first to wake from the ritual. You were unconscious for more than an hour. What happened?
Satele wanted a word with me.
That must have been interesting.
That's one way of putting it.
You'll have to tell me all about it. But first, what heading should I set?
There's still a war on. I want to be on the front lines.
Aaron Lanier. I understand you have quite a story to tell.
And there we have it. What a wonderful, I don't know, climax to the entire mission. And I gotta say, I'm actually pretty happy to see. It's Jennifer Hale, right? Isn't that Jennifer Hale, the voice actress for Satele? Because she also voiced Bastila Shan, if I recall correctly, in Knights of the Old Republic. And obviously everything else. She's in absolutely everything. Anyway, point is, that was a nice ending in my opinion. I think that was a nice ending. I'm a little bit disappointed by the fact that I had no opportunities to decide on light side versus dark side conversation choices, but I'm assuming the reason for that is because the galaxy as a whole needed to be saved. And so having a light side or dark side choice is not really going to make sense in that situation, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to accept all that lovely, lovely, tasty experience. And there we have it. Conquest objective completed. Gain a level. Yes, wonderful. Okay, yeah, there we are. Anyway, we now have Spirit of Vengeance. I'm not entirely sure what that is all about, but we can select it and take a look. Shay Vizsla, wait a minute. Yeah. Shay Vizsla, Mandalore the Avenger, has an urgent concern that requires the help of the Alliance. Shay is waiting in Alliance operations on Odesson to brief you on the details. 2 million experience points for that. And we have a Spirit of Vengeance decoration crate. Right. Yeah, okay, so there's also something else that I wanted to mention. We are going to be completing basically every single bit of content that has been released in the game up until, you know, there aren't any more. And then we'll decide what we're going to do after that. But I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm having a lot of fun playing the game. And I hope you're having a lot of fun watching and coming along with me and Zaynash once again on this wonderful journey. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.